tell you what's on my mind? 'Cause I've been thinking about it for quite some time. Hey, can you give me a moment to declare my love? Can I tell you what's on my mind? Can I get a chance to let you know you're my heart's desire, and I love you so? You can stay right here, or will you run away if I tell you what's on my mind? I know we're more than friends, but less than lovers. This is not the end. There's much more to discover. Promise to stay. Will you promise to never leave if I tell you what's on my mind? Can I let you see the real me? Will you hang around, or will you break free? Would you break free? I just need to know. Will you let me go if I tell you what's on my mind? I know the day will come. When I let you go, the love I have for you will really grow. Promise to stay. Will you promise to never leave? Come back to where it's you and me forever. Yeah. Ooh. Can I tell you, baby? Can I let you know? Can I let you know? Ooh, can I let you know? Let me let you know. Can I tell you that I'm digging your skin? Can I let you know? That I'm feeling your mood? Can I tell you? Can I tell you? Can I tell you? Can I tell you? I wanna let you know.
Can I tell you? Can I let you know what's on my mind? Good Tuesday morning. It is April the 8th. Shout out to the mob. All my other bears, I call the Grizzlies. I'm Teddy, and you are listening to MessyMocha. And yes, we are on just a tad bit early this morning. I thought I'd squeeze it in, come to the mic, and give the news updates and see if there's anything else that I'd like to say before 9:30. So we're going to get into it. Who's joining me already? I see you out there. Mm-hmm. Gia, you're at the bottom already. Tell us, Daddy. Tell us. Tell us what's on your mind. Wrapping some things up today. And staying close. Making sure I have my phone with me at all times, and access to my email, because it's going to be like, one of those days I'll be on the phone a lot and out and about, taking care of my business. So there's another win for President Trump. Supreme Court has allowed Trump to enforce the Alien Enemies Act for rapid deportations for now. Let me throw this up and tell you what it's about, then I'll read the article as well. Go ahead, grab your cup, and let's sip this morning mocha. I could say messy mocha. Morning mocha. So from the AP as well, you can see some of the headlines, live updates, Trump presidency, Of course, more on the tariffs. And look, stocks are set to bounce back because of the tariffs after markets plunged over the past three trading sessions. Investors are looking for any excuse to catch their breath. And let's see what else. Oh, so you can see here, there in the middle. Make sure you can see it. Here. Talk about the Supreme Court allows Trump to enforce Aliens Enemy Act. That's an act that comes from 1798. It's historical U.S. law that grants the president authority to detain or deport non-citizens from countries considered hostile during times of war or invasion. Well, on March 15 of this year, President Donald Trump invoked this act, designating the Venezuelan gang Tren de Agua as an invading force and ordering the deportation of its alleged members. This action led to legal challenges, notably the case of JGG versus Trump, where 5 Venezuelan nationals contested their imminent removal under the act. The plaintiffs argued that the administration's use of the Alien Enemies Act was unconstitutional and lacked due process. On April 7th, yesterday, the U.S. Supreme Court, in a 5-4 decision, ruled that the Trump administration could proceed with deportations under the Alien Enemies Act, but emphasized that individuals must be granted notice and an opportunity to challenge their removal in courts. The court specified that such legal challenges should occur in the jurisdiction where the detainees are held, and that's primarily in Texas. This ruling marks a significant moment as it is the first invocation of the Alien Enemies Act since World War II, underscoring the ongoing debate over presidential powers in immigration enforcement and the balance between national security and individual rights. Well, Trump, he campaigned on this. He campaigned on keeping Americans safe. He campaigned on, immigration. It was like number 2, I think, like the economy and then the border. And he keeps, moving things forward. He does. And so he can invoke this while, decisions are being made. And in the meantime, he can, load up the planes and start having his federal agents detain these gang members. But there are critics, including Justice Sonia Sotomayor, in her dissenting opinion, expressed concern that the administration's actions might bypass due process and set a precedent for expansive executive authority in immigration matters. So Trump said he's going to start with the worst first. Start with the worst first, as he has designated this known gang, these as terrorists. So again, Supreme Court's decision on Alien Enemies Act and deportation. So let's find out what the live updates are. All right, I don't know if you want to hear all these statistics about the stock market, but it's Tuesday morning, So the recap of Monday. Again, I just mentioned it is the big headline from Monday evening. Significant White House victory. Talked about that. Supreme Court allowing Donald Trump to enforce the Alien Enemies Act for now. Again, will let immigration officials rely on a sweeping wartime authority to rapidly deport alleged gang members. Trump wrote on Truth Social yesterday that it was a great day for justice in America. Okay. So, what else happened yesterday? Trump fired U.S. military official at NATO. Trump fired Vice Admiral Shannon Chatfield, the U.S. military representative to NATO Military Committee. According to a news release from Senator Jack Reed of Rhode Island, the top Democratic on the Senate Armed Services Committee, called the dismissal disgraceful and unjustified. On to the tariff threat to China. Trump threatened to add new 50% tariffs on China if Beijing doesn't remove its retaliatory duties by today. China's Commerce Ministry said it firmly opposes the additional tariffs, calling it a mistake on top of a mistake. Trump is holding steady with these tariffs. And while the markets take, a ride in the downward, maybe they will flatten out here soon. And prices we are going to see initially go up on many different goods, services, products. Federal employees, onto this. Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem sent an email to DHS component agencies tonight, she wrote, announcing that employees would once again have the choice to accept deferred resignation or early retirement options, according to a copy that was mailed and obtained by CNN. So again, more cuts coming to DHS and opportunities for those who want, to take an early retirement or to retire, to decide and leave. Okay. 3 minutes ago, U.S. Trade Representative will defend Trump's tariffs plan in testimony at a Senate hearing. Let me just slow down. So, certain of those Senate hearings, those on Capitol Hill, some can be broadcast. Let's just do this. And some that I've seen on C-SPAN, I just have to be, cautious about showing certain things. Yeah, I don't want to get a copyright strike. And it is fair use. I see it every day throughout YouTube. Very medium to large content creators have been doing, news and showing articles for some time. I'm trying to find. All right, so that's the AP. All right, so you can see there in front of you these detainees. Where are they? In this photo group provided by El Salvador's President Press Office, a prison guard transfers deportees from U.S. alleged to be Venezuelan gang members. Yeah, there's an opposing side to this. All right, let's see if I have the 5 things pulled up. And I'm sure that will lead the way. But let's find out. We've talked about deportations. Let's go on to Gaza. A Gaza mass grave. There's been a newly released audio and video. This is important. that contradicts the Israeli military account of the March 23rd attack on a group of first responders in southern Gaza. On that day, an ambulance crew in Rafah disappeared, promoting the dispatch of a convoy of emergency vehicles. The fate of those emergency workers would also remain a mystery for over a week until rescue teams were allowed into the area. That's when they discovered a mass grave containing bodies of 15 first responders and their crushed emergency vehicles. So again, this first crew goes missing. Then these rescue workers, emergency workers, go missing for over a week. Wow. And this contradicts the Israeli military account. I go on. The Israel Defense Forces, the IDF, claimed the convoy was moving suspiciously without headlights or flashing lights toward Israeli troops, and that members of the emergency teams were militants. But a video found on one of the bodies showed the convoy's lights were on. Their vehicles were clearly marked, and the rescuers were wearing reflective emergency responder uniforms when the Israeli troops opened fire. The IDF said it has begun reinvestigating the incident. That doesn't sound very good at all. Contradictory accounts. And now it appears evidence is coming out that supports it happened. Gun control, let's move to that. The Supreme Court declined to rule on the constitutionality of a New York law that requires residents to have good moral characters to carry handguns. The law defined the term as having the essential character, temperament, and judgment necessary to be entrusted with a weapon and to use it only in a manner that does not endanger oneself or others. Wait a minute, let me just see something. Hang on. I go on. The court's decision, which was a victory for New York officials and gun control groups, also left in place most of the state's ban on carrying weapons in sensitive public locations. So again, Supreme Court declined to rule on this New York law. Good character, moral character, requiring these residents how they will judge that to carry handguns. The law defined having essential character, temperament, and judgment to be entrusted. I wonder how they would implement that. The court's decision, which was a victory for New York officials and gun control groups, also left in place most of the state's ban on carrying weapons in sensitive public locations such as government buildings, schools, hospitals, stadiums, and Times Square. Gun rights advocates had challenged the law, claiming it was too broad. I've already talked about the military official fired. And lastly, Measles outbreak. Yes, there's still a lot of news on it. A second child has died. As this ongoing measles outbreak continues to spread, the public health response has been hindered by cuts to federal funding and staffing. Since the start of the year, at least 631 measles cases have been reported in the U.S., and 2 children I've mentioned have died. Yet, only 3 members of the CDC are currently meeting with the state and local officials to determine how to respond to the multi state outbreak. Last week, the Trump administration announced sweeping layoffs at the Department of Health and Human Services, including an estimated 2,400 at the CDC. So, again, if there's layoffs, cuts in staff, department heads, it's no wonder that only 3 are able to meet. Additionally, over $11 billion in grants to state and local health departments were pulled back. As a result, New Mexico terminated contracts for 20 workers who were helping with vaccine orders, and more than 50 immunization clinics in Dallas were canceled. So, if the cutting staff that can, be there to provide education and immunization in these places where there is a known outbreak of the measles, then the numbers are going to continue to go up. So that's serious. Mhm. Serious. Some people want to immunize their children, and others do not. People have certain rights in this country. They do. I would say this: if you have a child and they're showing signs of illness, it's best don't send them to school. Get it checked out. Because measles, airborne, it stays in the environment at least 2 hours or more after the person is gone. Mhm. So again, exposure, likely this is how it's happening. Maybe some children are going to school and they should have stayed at home. Yeah. I don't know if I was getting ready to say, oh, I get it. Parents have to, go to work, and maybe they can't get a babysitter in time. But if their child, breaks out with measles, they are going to be off work. Someone is going to have to, get a person or themselves to take care of their child while they are, in that state. Okay. That's a quick 25 minutes. It is 9:04. Vicki Black, I'll start with you at the bottom, says no excuse. Because that puts others at risk. Look, this child, one more child has died. Yeah. And the outbreak is mostly happening in pockets where the vaccination is low, a lot lower, the rate. But still, there's, like you said, no excuse. You can email me right now at UNWINEWITHTEDDY. I think I'd like to play some music this morning. Maybe some tracks from this one. I like John Runfelder. felt. And how can I get through to you? I played it this morning. This next one is I Don't Want to Be You, featuring Vincent Vega. Let's see how it goes. Park Lane, I Don't Want to Be You.
Everybody seems to know that I'm the one who crossed the line, and it got me lost. Everybody says the same, searching for a way to find a path back to self-control, but it got me lost. Everybody claims the same. Maybe getting lost is what I need, just to find out how not to be found by someone like you again. I'm a reckless lack of self-control, and my impulsive thoughts of mine ain't for you to judge, but really you're the one to blame. I don't wanna be you, but I don't know how to be. I don't wanna be you, but I don't know how to be. I don't wanna be you, but I don't know how to be. I don't wanna be you, but I don't know how to be. I have done whatever I can do to see to all your needs, but no matter who I am, there's no understanding me. There's just nothing left for me to do but set my spirit free, hiding all my misery from losing you again. I don't wanna be you, but I don't know how to be. I don't wanna be you, but I don't know how to be. I don't wanna be you, but I don't know how to be. I don't wanna be you, but I don't know how to be. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 Don't wanna be you, don't wanna be you, don't wanna be, don't wanna be me, don't wanna be you, don't wanna be you, don't wanna be, don't know how to be me, don't wanna be you, don't wanna be you, don't wanna be, don't know how to be me, don't wanna be you, don't wanna be you, don't wanna be you, don't know how to be me, yeah. grows shorter with every hour, every minute of every day. Couldn't sleep even if I wanted to. Need to cherish every moment left with you. But these change the color. Fall is closing in. Break my heart yet once again. Wish I could slow down. Wish I just could stop. Maybe I wouldn't care if I could suffocate my feelings for you. And I could just carry on loving you without no trouble like we used to do. Oh, these change the color and fall is closing in. Break my heart yet once again. Wish I could slow down. Just wish I could. Wish I could stop time. Stop time. Wish I could stop time. Wish I could slow down. Slow down. Wish I could slow down. Wish I could stop time. When the leaves change their colors, you will break my heart just once again. Wish I could slow down. Wish I could stop. Wish I could stop. Wish I could slow down. Wish I could slow down. Wish I could slow down. Wish I could stop time. Wish I could stop time. Wish I could stop time. Wish I could slow down. Wish I could stop time. Wish I could slow down. Wish I could stop time. Here she comes like the rays of the sun she shines. A 10 out of 10, Lord, she's no less than a dime. Sets my soul on fire and helps me unwind, yeah. The right kind of woman to help me feel fine. And I've been waiting for most of my life to have this love come and bury my strife and carry on. And carry on. She got the soul of a warrior, but a tender heart, yeah. Had me hooked on her love right from the start. Pleasure and happiness is never far, no. 'Cause I've been waiting for most of my life to have this love come and bury my strife and carry on. And carry on. Here she comes like the rays of the sun she shines. 10 out of 10, Lord, she's no less than a dime. Sets my soul on fire 'Cause I've been waiting for most of my life to have this love come and bury my strife and carry on. And carry on, yeah. Oh,
She shines. Well, I think I'll go ahead and let that do it for me this morning so I can get about my day. Biggest bear hugs go out to each and every one of the grizzlies and the honey bears. Go ahead and hit the like if you choose. On your way out, email me at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. Once again, to my moderators for showing up and supporting all of you this morning and myself. I appreciate the things that you do. Join me later sometime when I come back tonight. And that's it. I hope you have a great one. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Have a great Tuesday.
Finally don't get enough. Finally been riding on my way. Finally woke up with some luck in the book. I don't give a what someone say. Finally got my friends in the back of my roller. We gon' make it big one day. We gon' make it big, I say. We gon' make it big, just stay in there. Stay in the moment. Stay in the moment with me. Give you a moment. Give you a moment with me. Smell all the roses. Smell all the roses with me. Just give you a moment. Stay in the moment with me. You woke up from a ride. Haven't seen you smile since December. Ripped your heart, got a brand new one. Since you got lost in November. See it in your eyes when we leave for the night. Way too many heartbreaks still on your mind. Let the flame burn down for a while. Let the flame burn out for a while. Stay in the moment. Stay in the moment with me. Give you a moment. Give you a moment with me. Smell all the roses. Smell all the roses with me. Just give you a moment. Stay in the moment with me. Stay in the moment, stay in the moment with me. Give you a moment, give you a moment with me. Smell all the roses, smell all the roses with me. Just give you a moment, stay in the moment with me. I know you're hiding behind that pretty brown face. I see you climbing. Been trying to find your way. Let's see you smiling. Since we were stuck in late, we gonna jump the rooftop and come watch the skyline with me.